Hey everyone, welcome to Premier Properties for this week. Just to give everyone an update, so from last week, basically we've had 3 go through, as I said I thought we would. So the one at Newport did sell yesterday, the one at Seddon sold midweek, and the one I was mentioning at Carrington also sold. All those properties, were actually done at a reasonable price. One went a little bit over what we would have wanted to pay for it, so we let it go. The other 2 were transacted on, so that was really good. Look, for this week, I do have a few interesting updates. So I do actually have, it's a very kind of rare opportunity in Geelong. So it's basically in a Geelong. It's a property that's basically 600 meters squared. It's a bit more. It's about 670 from memory. It's a corner block and it's basically got 3 frontages. Now, it's a corner block because there's a laneway to the side of it, which goes then to a park. So it basically backs onto a park, and it's actually, so straight across from it, the actual home next door to it has similar characteristics, already has been subdivided, I think 3 times. This is an original lot, so it's quite hard to find in Geelong West. And it's also got, 5 bedrooms on it, but it's actually got basically a house and granny flat on it already. So it's actually 2 separate streams of income. So you probably get, if you were to buy it, you're probably spending 870 to 900,000 on it. You'll probably get around $850 a week rent on it as well, which is very high for inner Geelong. Like, you're usually getting 3.7 to 4% yield. That's about 5%. So it's quite a rare opportunity in that sense. Look, the front house itself might need a little bit of work. Like, you'd be able to rent it as is, but you'd probably need to do a little bit of work to the flooring, and I'd say probably about 3 to 5 years. But for the opportunity that's there, you could probably put, I'd say, at least 3 or 4 townhouses. You could probably even do 2 or 3 detached houses on it because of the separate laneway and separate entrances to it as well. It's just an all-round very good property. It's in a really good location in terms of the suburb as well. Very quiet, very family-orientated pocket. And I don't know if you'll find another one with yield as such in a pocket like that for the suburb. So that's one really good opportunity. Good for someone with about a $900,000 budget or so, something like that, who wants to invest in Victoria, doesn't want to be too out of pocket week to week, but still get in a good suburb. Good for someone like that. It isn't in Melbourne though, it is in Geelong. So if you're happy with Geelong, but I'm telling you, the suburb that it's in does about 9% long-term capital growth, and probably even a touch more in this street because it's a better street of the suburb. So that's a new opportunity that I've got. Next down the line anyway, another opportunity that I've got is in Brisbane. It's a rare one as well. So this one, it's for those that don't know, basically Brisbane and some parts of Queensland, you sometimes have these duplexes on a single title. So there's one that's basically popped up. It's 3Ks to the CBD, about 3.5 to be fair. It is a little bit older, don't get me wrong. It is probably I'd say 60s or 70s build. It's kind of like a mixed Queenslander style build and your sort of traditional weatherboard home sort of build. It's not a total Queenslander, but it's basically a detached, not detached, it's an attached duplex. So you got 2 bedrooms on either side, 1 car, 1 bathroom on both sides of it. It is under rented at the moment. To be fair, it's probably going to be about $1.2 to $1.3 million this place, but it's under rented at the moment for about $810. But if you were to get a market appraisal of that, because it's 3K from the CBD, it'd be somewhere from probably, I'd say, $1,150 to $1,200 a week. Both of those leases are actually expiring later this year. So they're expiring in September from memory or something around that. Now, if that's the case, right, if you were to, let's say, offer let's call it a 60 or 90 day settlement, right, you probably only have to hold it for around a month or 2 till you get the actual rent. And this is also a 9% capital growth location. And you'd have 2 dwellings. And if you want to, hold something that's going to be within walking distance from the Olympic venues, this is also one of them. So that's another opportunity. Good for someone who wants really long-term growth and something with dual income very close to a major capital CBD, because this is about 3 to 3.5 Ks from a major CBD. So really good for someone who's got a need like that, should I say, as such. So that's another opportunity that I've got. And I think for someone wanting, very, very much so long-term growth, that's a very good opportunity. Finally, the next new opportunity I've got is also in Geelong. It's in a inner suburb of Geelong as well. It's a brick veneer and tile home. It's one of the best I've probably ever seen made. I don't think you have any major defects. It's as solid as a rock, very, very well built, nothing out of place. You're probably picking this up for, I'd say, probably the low 700s, let's say 720 maybe to 730,000. You'll get probably $520 rent a week. Property is solid as a rock, though. Nothing will really go wrong. I was walking through it. I'm pretty sure it's actually built by this builder that was renowned in Geelong actually in the 80s and 90s called Walkie Homes. I was talking to the agent about it, and they were pretty certain they built it as well. And they were basically known as the best builder in all of town. So that's probably something that you'd consider because, it's not overly old, but it's as solid as a rock. The bathroom's actually been redone. And just looking at the floor plan as well and actually going there myself, I reckon you could probably add a fourth bedroom. So you'd probably get, you add a fourth, you probably get $580 to $600 a week rent there if you did that, which would be a really good return, mind you. So that's a really good opportunity as well. Good for someone with a bit of a lower budget, probably around the low to mid 700s, because that'd be genuinely achievable, which is good. The final the final one I've only got still at the moment I have mentioned previously. So that's in inner Melbourne. It's in the inner west of Melbourne as well. Probably looking at about a low 900s budget, about $750 a week rent for that. Very well maintained weatherboard home, very modern updates. This will pass your compliance and everything like that. So it's very much so a set and forget inner suburb property. So good for someone, with a sort of 900,000, low 900s budget. Very good capital growth there. You're not going to have any issues with vals on this. I'd estimate you'll probably get a val if you wanted to transfer, if you got locked in a val before you exchange a contract from a different lender, you'd probably be able to get, I'd say 970, 980 from some lenders, because it's a very, very good property in terms of location and everything like that, close to schools, close to, parks and everything like that too. So that's another opportunity. But look, thanks everyone for watching. And for those who are looking, but just kind of sitting on the fence and just want some direction or anything like that, I do offer 30-minute free consults. So you can reach out via www.compoundinvest.com.au/inquire. The details are in the description below if you wish to do so. But I hope you have a great week ahead, everyone, and take care. Cheers. Accessing Premier Properties is simple. First of all, go to the main page at www.compoundinvest.com.au. Once you're on this page, go to the menu item, What We Do, and you'll see a link to Premier Properties. Click the link, and from there it will ask you basically to fill in your details and sign up. So you need to put your name, phone number, and email address. Once you have done that, click Submit. Go back out of the website and then go back into Premier Properties. You will therefore then have access to Premier Properties here, by which you can see what's available, the rough capital growth and the rough rental yield of each property. If you're interested in these properties, therefore click Action where it says View More. Once you then click this, it'll show you basically the metrics. Now, to get full access to this, you will need to reach out via Inquire. From there, you will be sent a agency agreement by which we can get access to the property and ideally close the deal for you. Please reach out if any of these properties are of interest to you, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks.